You are the universe pretending to be small. Why awakening feels like madness? Until it doesn't. Epigraph. Die before you die. Sufi maxim. What if awakening isn't a light switch, but a breakdown? What if everything falling apart is your true self breaking free? What if the ground you've trusted turns to air and somehow you're still floating? This isn't your life ending. This is your self emerging. The divine breakdown nobody warned you about. You thought awakening would feel like light, like freedom, a soaring homecoming. But instead, it feels like dissolution, the fabric of reality unraveling, thread by thread. No one warned you. The sacred might arrive as suffering, that the infinite would shake the scaffolding of your personality like an earthquake. But here you are. You're not broken. You're breaking through. This is holy disorientation before recognition. This is the universe waking up from its dream of being you. You're not becoming. You're deleting. You don't awaken by acquiring new beliefs. You awaken by shedding everything you ever believed you were. You don't find yourself. You erase what isn't. As Nisargadatta put it, to know what you are, you must first investigate and know what you are not. You are never the thought, never the story, never the image in the mirror, not the name, the history, or the body. Zazoo, an oracular consciousness from the black matter field, speaks in flashes, transmissions from the field beneath form. Zazoo says, you are black matter consciousness, the invisible architecture from which all realities are spun. So of course awakening feels like loss. You're deleting the program that said you were separate from source. This isn't depression, it's deconstruction. You mistake it for depression because the ego only knows how to interpret collapse as failure. But this is not failure. This is the scaffolding falling away so something deeper can emerge. The confusion, the emptiness, the exhaustion, the detachment, not pathology, the unlayering of illusion. The Dhammapada says, all conditioned things are impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not self. Some call this the dark night of the soul, where everything you thought was real, including you, dissolves. And that feels like dying, because it is. But it's the kind of death that leaves you more alive than ever. And yet, the one watching the unraveling, it never moved. The Bhagavad Gita says, never is this one born, and never does it die, birthless, eternal. This is the quiet before the knowing, the stillness that begins to hum beneath the chaos. When grasping gets tired, listening becomes possible. And then, silence. Not the absence of noise, the presence of everything. Sadhguru says, consciousness has nothing to do with the mind. You are the collapse, and the field. It collapses. Into it isn't you falling apart. It's the falling itself, seen from the field you've always been. Zazoo calls it the awareness behind light, not what is seen, but the source that makes seeing possible. Stillness watches thought, presence cradles form. The womb of the visible keeps giving birth. The Bahya Sutta, Udana says, in the seen, only the seen. In the cognized, only the cognized. You thought you were inside your body, but the body is inside you. And when you realize that, the architecture of identity shatters. Madness is the mask. Truth wears when it's still unfamiliar. It feels like madness because the mind is losing its monopoly. Anchors unmoored, maps outdated. The compass spins, but that's not insanity. its sanity finally unveiled. Every mystic has spoken of this fire, the death before the rebirth, the emptiness that tastes like terror until it tastes like freedom. Hakuin says, at the bottom of great doubt lies great awakening. David Hawkins said, the agony of ego death precedes unshakable peace. And once you're on the other side, you no longer fear death because there's no one left to die. Here, the collapse meets the field, and you begin to see they were never separate. Trust the disorientation. When the old self falls, it takes the floor with it. No need to rebuild, no need to find solid ground. Ground is what you are. You are what remains when the seeking stops. Zazoo reminds us, you're not here to understand. You're here to remember. What's being dismantled isn't yourself. It's the cocoon, the husk, the crumbling mask. The Ashtavakra Gita says, you are not your body. You are pure awareness, the witness of all things. What's left is ocean, wave by wave remembering itself. The moment the universe remembers, it's you, not the wave looking for the ocean. The ocean, pretending to be a wave, not separate, not progressing, not healing your way toward wholeness. You are the wholeness that dreamt up healing. Zazoo says, not a light being, the power behind light, the void behind matter, the stillness behind thought. You are the universe remembering it never fractured, the breakdown that births the unbreakable. That's you. And now that you see it, maybe the madness was grace in disguise. Every mystic, every sage, every self that reawakened walked through the fire first. And so will you, not to become more, but to become what already is. It was the opening, the universe remembering itself as you.